Bhakti Yogis are the real yogis, because the ultimate goal of yoga is to have loving devotion to Krishna. So all the other types of yoga, such as Hatha Yoga, Pranayama Yoga, Jnana Yoga, Ashtanga Yoga, these types of methods are steps, or steps on the ladder leading up to Bhakti Yoga. But one who's engaged in Bhakti Yoga, he's already achieved the highest stage of yoga, because you can understand that the idea of reaching the Lord through jnana. Jnana means knowledge, and knowledge means, in the Vedic culture, it refers to knowledge about transcendence. So they have the idea about transcendence in that yoga process, and they can understand the Hum Brahmasmi. Hum Brahmasmi means I am spirit, but that's as far as it goes. So with that understanding, they're not really even equipped properly to free themselves from the entanglement of material energy, because it's not sufficient. Avishuddha Buddha, their intelligence is not purified. Therefore, they can fall down, patantyada. Whereas the Bhakti Yogi, his intelligence is not impure, it's pure, because he knows that the living entity can never become equal with God in all respects. The impersonalists think that they can become God. Not only become equal to God, they can become God. And sometimes they address one another as Namo Narayan. I offer my respects to you who are Narayan now. But that's not correct. In the Bhagavad Gita, Krishna says that never was there a time when I did not exist, nor you, nor all these kings, nor in the future shall any of us cease to be. It's a clear statement that it's not that when one reaches a stage of perfection, then he becomes God. An ordinary living entity becomes God. That's not acceptable. And Krishna never said that. It's true that the living entities have the qualities of the Lord to some degree. It's taken that out of so many qualities that the Lord has, he can hold some of these qualities. It's like out of 64 qualities, living entities like Brahma can have 50 qualities, 78%. But they don't have it completely. In other words, one of the qualities of that the Jiva soul can have is that he can run or manage or design a universe that's extraordinary. Amongst Jiva, ordinary living entities, that's extraordinary. But still, it cannot equal Krishna's, his ability to manifest universes, because he manifests universes without even as much as any energy at all expended by him. And he can put forward billions of universes on the material world and the spiritual world, and not be reduced even in the slightest. So that's one point. The Bhakti Yogis, they have all knowledge because they know Krishna. If one knows, Yasmin Begate Sarvam Etam Begatam Bhavati. If he knows Krishna, he knows everything. There's nothing further to be known. So he doesn't have to go on and on speculating, trying to find out what's beyond Krishna. That's what the impersonalists do. They think, well, we're all spirit, we're all Brahman, but the Brahman is unlimited, and therefore we must go beyond the personal and go into the impersonal. That's their speculation. But that's never correct. Actually, the personal is the feature that is above the impersonal and the localized. The super soul in the heart is the form of Vishnu, and Vishnu is an expansion from Krishna. But Krishna himself is the source of all the universes and all the incarnations. Ete Changsha Kalapungsam, Krishna's tu Bhagavan Swam. Indriyari Vyakalam Lokam Midyante Yuge Yuge. He's the source of all the demigods and all the avatars, the incarnations, and all the different aspects of everything is coming from him. So if one knows that, what further is there to be known? Therefore, in the Bhagavad Gita, Krishna says, by all the Vedas, I am to be known. There's nothing further to be known. And that doesn't mean that God is limited. They would get confused and they would say, well, then it can't be God, it can't be the Supreme, because if it's God, it must be unlimited. No, but why can't God be unlimited, including his personal feature? If someone thinks that God's having a personal form limits him, that's a limitation in itself. That means he doesn't understand what unlimited means. Unlimited means his form is unlimited, and his impersonal form is also unlimited. He has all these characteristics unlimitedly, for one of his names is Ananta. And in the Brahma Samhita, Lord Brahma says that the Lord has unlimited forms, Ananta, and all these forms are coming from Krishna. Krishna's tu Bhagavan Swayam. So the impersonalists like to consider themselves Vedantists or Gyanis. They refer to themselves. And they refer to the Bhakti Yogis as sentimentalists. They think the Bhakti Yogis are not full in knowledge. But actually that's incorrect. If you look at the example of some of the great Bhakti Yogis, for example, Brahma is the topmost Bhakti Yogi, and he has all knowledge. Therefore, his Brahma Samhita is accepted on the level of Srimad Bhagavatam and Bhagavad Gita. That means it's on the level of books written about Krishna or God and by him. Therefore, when there's a debate between the Gyanis and the Bhakti Yogis, the impersonalists and the personalists come out victorious because they always have the answers because Krishna gives them the answers. Tesham satyayuktanam bhajatam priti purvakam dhami buddhi yogam tam yena mama puyantite. Those who are constantly devoted to me, Krishna, in love, I give them the knowledge by which they can come to me. Thank you.